Well, this just in, my friends, Pete Hegseth was confirmed as the new Secretary of Defense. J.D. Vance, the Vice President of the United States, he cast the tie-breaking vote. Tim Kaine, all the other women who were screeching at Pete Hegseth during the confirmation hearing like it was an episode of The View, they're probably crying into their pillows right now. The Democratic Party is demoralized, broken, they might never recover. Pete Hegseth is everything woke liberals hate. If you are a college girl right now on an Ivy League campus with purple hair, a nose ring, and a Palestinian sticker on your laptop, Pete Hegseth is your worst nightmare. Rachel Maddow, Pete Hegseth, is also her worst nightmare. What's so hypocritical to me is that so many of the people who had issues with Pete Hegseth's confirmation, they had no problem with Sam Brinton, the luggage thief. They had no problem with Rachel Levine, all these other failures in the Biden administration, but they're going to put up a fight for Pete Hegseth. Even the White House press secretary we've had for the last 4 years, Karine Jean-Pierre, she carried that big old binder around for 4 years and couldn't answer a single question. That is just an objective fact. The same Democratic senators who voted against Pete Hegseth, they had no problem with Joe Biden pardoning his entire family 10 minutes before the inauguration, okay? So if you live in a glass house, don't throw stones. I really don't know if the Democratic Party is even going to be able to recover by 2028. Like I said, they are demoralized, they're broken, they're downtrodden, they're struggling, they're on their last leg, they're having an identity crisis. Pete Hegseth and many of the other people in Donald Trump's administration, they're about faith, they're about family, they're about serving this country, and of course, those three things don't jive with the leadership of the Democratic Party right now, where faith and family have been so denigrated for years. We're also in an era of politics where a majority of Americans, they don't expect perfection from their elected officials. They don't expect perfection from folks in DC. They just expect them to work for their best interests. So Bill Clinton in the 90s with Monica Lewinsky, he was up to no good on the taxpayers' dime. The Democrats, they have no problem with that. Bill Clinton, he's still speaking at the DNC. He's lauded, he's praised, he just put a new book out. So those same Democrats wanted all of us to be upset about Pete Hegseth's alleged personal indiscretions, things he has copped to publicly. I don't give a rat's ass who Pete Hegseth may or may not have slept with 10 years ago. That's between him and the other women in his life. What I care about is we have been in senseless wars for years. I have seen my friends and family be shipped off to die in senseless wars, and Pete Hegseth, who's actually served this country, wants to do something about it. So Pete Hegseth, he might not have the endorsement of all the swamp creatures and the swamp roaches in Washington, D.C., but he does have the endorsement of men and women in uniform, and that is what should matter. I don't care if the defense contractors are upset with Pete Hegseth, okay? They should not be running Washington, D.C. He has the votes. He is the new Secretary of Defense. All right, my friends, thanks for liking and following. Drop a comment. Tell me how you feel about Pete Hegseth's confirmation. I always welcome an open dialogue on my page, and like I always say, I'm not owned by anybody. I'm not owned by Trump. I'm not owned by the RNC. I call it like I see it. And Pete Hegseth, we are going to verify in time if he's up to the job. I will give you my honest thoughts. But for right now, I'm going to go enjoy my Friday night, have some chicken noodle soup because I'm feeling a little bit of a cold, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.